All right, it's time for some wine on this Wine Wednesday. And on this Earth Week, we're going to raise our glass to an environmentally conscious method of winemaking.
Yeah, perfect timing. So we're talking about natural wines today. A new bottle shop in North Portland specializes in this type of wine and is hoping to educate more wine lovers about some of the benefits. Joining us on the couch to talk more about the green movement we're seeing in the wine industry is Michaela Waits, co-owner of Inherent Vine, a new shop on North Williams Avenue. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, kind of great timing here that we got to have you on right before Earth Day
Totally.
to talk natural wines.
Perfect.
So what is natural wine?
Yeah, so the most basic definition is that natural wine is just fermented grape juice. And so basically it starts with organically grown grapes at the very minimum, and then nothing at all is added to kickstart fermentation and to turn it into wine. It's native yeasts that are already present on the skins of the grapes and in the cellar, in the air. So just like to compare that to conventional wine, there are over 70 different things that are permitted to be added to create wine. And so this just really takes that down to zero. And basically like the kind of advantage of that is you really do get to just taste the grape varietal itself and like the terroir versus like more manipulated versions of wine.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of people don't realize that there can be things added to wine, sometimes for taste, you know, different yeast and sugars and things like that, but then also even like clarifying agents.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Things that filter it and give it a certain look. It doesn't naturally get in the bottle nice and sparkly clear.
Oh, see, well,
Exactly.
I fall into that category.
Yeah.
I thought it did. So it's interesting. With flavor profile wise, how is it different than maybe a quote unquote traditional wine?
So basically like the biggest difference people will notice is we're talking about kind of like a living product, like almost like when you have like a kombucha or something, so you get like a slight effervescence that naturally happens, not like full-on sparkles necessarily, and just like some kind of like little funky flavors that can come through when you're talking about like a product that's alive. But yeah, other than that, like you'll see kind of like stronger aromas and like maybe more nuanced tasting notes versus like a wine that is kind of, again, like made to taste a certain way, like using like oak or flavoring agents, because it's like this is how Chardonnay is supposed to taste. Like you'll get just like a bit of a more organic
Interesting.
kind of sense of the grapes.
Yeah, and year to year, the same wine can be very different.
So different,
based on
hour
how
to
those
hour,
grapes
it
were
can be
grown.
really different if you have a bottle
Oh,
open.
wow.
So yeah, it's really interesting.
It's
to
kind of
see.
fun.
That is fascinating.
It's like a very tasty little science experiment.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
So how do you choose the wines in your shop? Obviously, you're focused on natural wines, not just from the Northwest. Where do you pull some of your bottles from?
Yeah, so we have wines from all over the world. Obviously, we want everything to meet that natural wine criteria to begin with. And then beyond that, we also want everything to taste great. So we do a lot of tastings and try to pick things like, especially if people are new to natural wine, we want to start them off like on a good foot.
Right.
So, and then we also like I brought in a bottle from Hungary here. We have a lot of bottles from the
Wow.
Republic of Georgia, which has
very
been
cool.
making natural wine for 8,000 years.
Wow.
So we like to have things from kind of like, you know, maybe places you might not have had wine from, but then of course we do have tons of stuff from France, from Italy. Lots of great natural wine is made in Oregon as well, luckily. So yeah, we
Yeah.
have kind of like a nice mix.
That's really interesting. So what, yeah, I know you referred to one of these bottles, but what have you brought in? What's an example of what
Oh.
people can taste?
Yeah, so this bottle right here, the Schiegel Babel is from Hungary. It's a Cac Francosch, which is also called Blaufränkisch in Austria. And it's just like a super beautiful expression of that grape. They do like a pretty light pressing, so it's almost closer to like a rosé, but like really light and refreshing. That one I find tastes like raspberry iced tea.
Oh,
which, like,
interesting.
Yum.
sounds good. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it's. I can see just a little bit of sediment too in
Yeah, I
the
was looking
bottles
at
in the
that.
middle. Is that an orange wine or a rosé or?
Yes,
what do
so
we have
the
here?
tall one in the Alsatian bottle, that's an orange wine. That is a blend, it's called the Trio, and so it's a trio of 3 different grapes.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll see the sediment in there for sure because, again, like the sediment is part of the wine.
Yeah.
So like it does add to the body and like the whole tasting experience.
Right.
If you're left with the sediment at the bottom of the bottle, obviously like you can get rid of that. You don't
Right,
have to
right.
drink it, but sometimes you can like shake up the bottle before you pour it, and so you'll get that sediment like incorporated, and it does kind of add like a nice textural component as well.
Yeah, it can be just kind of a cool
Yeah.
part of your glass.
Yeah.
Now, are there benefits to natural wine? Obviously, there's an environmental benefit with low intervention, but what about as far as drinking it too? People tend to maybe have less of a reaction, you know, if you have an irritation to some of the stuff that can be in wine sometimes.
Yeah, so in terms of the environment, absolutely, dry farming is a big thing,
Yeah.
and so like that's a really great benefit of natural wine. In terms of like health benefits, you're still drinking wine, so it's not like a, you know, it's not like a health elixir per se. If you have a sulfite allergy, these wines are great, which like a lot of people have. Maybe a lot of people don't know they have. It's a small percentage of the population, but other than that, you know, like so for fining, which is like the process of purifying the wine so it's not cloudy, like commonly egg white or like parts of like a fish will be used to do
Yeah.
that process. So if you have allergies to those things, like you just know that this is just grapes.
Yeah,
just
And then
much cleaner.
also, yes, another great thing is like they just tend to be much lower alcohol. So like
a
that
fun
is
thing to
probably
check
why
out.
like
It
people
is.
feel
Yeah.
better when they
We're
drink them.
running out of time. We could talk about this all day. I think
I
this
know,
is
it's so cool.
fascinating. Michaela,
Yeah.
thank you for your time.
Be sure to check out Inherent Vine. It's on North Williams near Mason Street. You can also learn more at inherentvine.com, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.